Fast from X-Force again, back at you with a newbie. So this one's been a little bit of excitement around the gel ball pages, the M97. So before I go into it and talk about the blaster, I just want to go a little bit over the actual history of it. So because this is the old shoddy, goes back quite a few years, right? So the M97 was actually this particular model was designed back in 1897. So that's where he gets his M97. It was designed by John Moses Browning. So I guess from his middle initial M97. It was designed for Winchester. So these things they've been around for quite a few years, and they were produced from 87 till 1957. So good, what's that, about 60 years? And they sold over 1 million pieces. So this thing's been around. It's been a really popular shoddy, and I think personally I'm not a big fan of this. I know a lot of you guys are putting the stocks. I don't know, for me, stocks on a shoddy doesn't really do it. But this is a really cool feature for those that do like a stock. And you can take that off. So you've got your little attachment swivel here for your sling. So if you want to have it hanging on a sling, or you can just take that off, have it as is. It looks a bit ugly as that, but normally you can just screw in a buffer tube there, put your stock on, and you've got a stock. Like I said, just this shoddy with the stock, just, I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. Some guys love it, some guys don't. I like a shoddy where I'm gonna kind of holding it like this, so you know, I'm not holding it up here. Anyway, that's just me, right? So no hard feelings. First of all, very well built. I gotta say, at least to this part, I'm quite impressed. It's just solid. It's really well built. Nylon, all right, so real tough. We get to this part here. The barrel's not bad, but unlike the receiver, because of the way they've done the pump action, it's kind of like a split barrel here. So you can see. So the pump bit comes back. It's a little bit sort of loose feeling to me. It's a bit, yeah, doesn't got that sort of sturdy. Feels like I'm going to break it, but with that said, you're not going to break it. It's pretty well built. Like the rest of the barrel, it's actually not bad. I haven't checked this outer piece, this sleeve on top here. I think it's still plastic. I thought it might be metal, but no. Alright, so receiver end, grip, it's very well made, very solid. That kind of one-to-one scale, I would presume, is really nice feel. Now, there's no mag, as you can see. A lot of guys kind of whinged with that. I think it was the JF32 that I did probably about a year ago with a mag under here. It was a mag fed shoddy. This one's not a mag fed, it is a hopper fed. Now, one thing, it's done so it sort of looks all, you know, as standard as possible. Having said that, having a little hopper here it's really tiny. Like, I don't know how many you fit, but you don't fit a lot. You probably fit 10-15 gels in there, and let me tell you, when you pump this thing, you do get one shot, or you get 3, 4, 5 in one shot. So those 15 will be gone in about 4 or 5 shots at most. So there is, and I have ordered some, an attachment that comes on. It's 3D printed, so definitely not my favorite, but it attaches on here. It's basically a hopper, a big magazine, or extended magazine they call it. To me, it's just a big ass hopper that goes on top. So at least you got a bit more capacity for your gels, because otherwise, let me tell you, you'd be feeling it more than you'd be shooting it. Okay, so now this bit here, that's all metal. which is quite nice because hanging your hanging by a piece of plastic, I don't think that would last too long. So you sling with, you'd be pulling it. Plus you can, I think, just check, you can attach it here as well. Alright, so if you don't want that, if you want to have your stock, you can still attach it to there. So you've got a few options. So it's pretty well thought out. Look, and I've got to say the handle's quite nice. It's got a nice sort of grip, nice feel to it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the shotties. I do like them. It's just got that cool Terminator sort of feel to it. Yeah. Anyway, there's not a hell of a lot more going on than that. That's just for looks, as far as I know. So it doesn't do much. You can sort of just see, you can actually see your tip and your cylinder in there. But I've seen a similar version for the airsoft where they put the shells in, they fill the shells, and you can actually shoot out of the shells. But for us at this point, we're just gonna have to do with a hopper fed. Alright, so there's really not much more than that. This comes off, and I think there's also, look, I only got a sample sent to me just to do a video. This particular bit comes in an orange as well, so you can have an orange tip. So that comes off, and then yeah, this secondary one does bugger all. It's just for looks. So yeah, there's an orange tip, which is a good idea. There's also, you've got your bit of Picatinny up top, and you've got a side one as well, so you can attach a flashlight if you want. Anyway, that's it. There's not much to it. It's simple. It's manual, pump action. There's no gears, there's no motor, there's none of that weird stuff. It's simple and it does the job. Let's go check it out, because this thing's, I think it's going to be pretty impressive. Hey guys, back at our shooting range here with the M97 shotty. I'm going to load it up. So this fella's top fed. Now, like I said, it's got a really small compartment. And so if you point it down a bit, you'll get a few more in there. That's basically it. Just slide that little door off, slide it back on, and then basically so we've got about 4 shots. Now if you're going to hold it straight, it's not going to feed. So what you got to do now is point it down a little bit. And that's probably about it. That's it. We got about 8 shots out of that. So actually it wasn't too bad. So you got a few good shots where you can just hold it straight. That'll get all the gels pushing down, and then the last few you're gonna have to point it down a bit to get it fitting. Now it shoots quite well. Accuracy is probably not the greatest I've seen, but not bad. Nevertheless, for a manual. We'll get a few going through the chrono and see how it does. Now I'm just running some clears, so I haven't tested any of the colors. I don't know if it's going to do better with Alright, so we've got a couple of numbers on here. I'm going to take the 3 average ones, which is basically your average is 250, and we had 253, and we had a 253, we had 255, 253, and we had a couple of 280s, 220s, so randoms. Because what happens, you're shooting about 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 at once sometimes, so it's going to give you some random numbers, but the average is 250. Now, for a manual gel blaster, that is damn good. I've been told, I think internally it's got a 1.3 or 1.4 spring, so as standard, that's pretty good. Now 250s, that's again pretty good out of the box. I don't know, we haven't done much, we only just got one as a sample. As I said, we haven't opened it, we haven't cracked it open to have a look what else we can do. I'm sure there's guys out there who probably already played with it. We'll get there. Might be able to push it up over 300, I'm sure. Like I said, the only thing, it's you kind of need that magazine on top, as much as I hate to say it. Without it, you're getting a couple of shots out and it's a bit boring. So otherwise, and great blaster, very solid, shoots very well, as you can see. The 12 meters, I'd made it without any problems. I'd say this thing would definitely shoot that 25 meters. Possible improvement with a hop up or something. This thing can definitely be made, you can easily incorporate a hop up here. So yeah, great blaster. I don't know if you, I'm sure some guys will probably take it to some games. I'd probably, if you're gonna come at me with this and I've got my J9, I'm gonna spray you. So good luck with that. You know, some guys might still like it. Alright, good for backyard, for just, you know, if you're gonna play a game with everybody's using it, I reckon that's gonna be pretty awesome. Anyway, other than that, what can I say? Good blaster for the price. I'm not even sure what they're selling him for. I haven't gotten that to that point yet, but I think somewhere around $100. It's not bad. Like I said, well built. You won't break it. If you do, you've dropped it hard. It's, like I said, well built, especially this part here. And yeah, for those guys that are gonna put the stocks on, God forbid. Yeah, all right. I'd say leave it as is. All right. Anyways, enough of my crap. Thanks for watching, guys. For anyone that's looking at it, man, go for it. It's definitely worth having. In the meantime, stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and yeah, keep them in your bag, don't go out in public with them. Thanks, guys.